Hello there, I hope you're well. My name is Tom Corradini. I am an actor, theater producer, composer, and today I'm vlogging from Thessaloniki, Greece. I am in the monastery of Vlatadon in Anapoli, which is the older part of the town, and which is very quiet. And behind me, as you can see, the wonderful Bay of Thessaloniki. This is a fantastic city. It's the second time I'm here. And if you've never been here, it really is, worth the visit. And it's the second city in Greece. is near Istanbul. I think it takes only 7 hours to drive there. It's the city of Aristoteles. It's part of the old Macedonia, Alexander the Great. So it's a city full of history, and it's got an hectic nightlife as well. So do come. I'm not paid by the city to say this, but it really is worth a visit. In any case, so as I told you in a past video, yesterday I was watching a dress rehearsal of a play in Greek, and that triggered a lot of ideas and topics I would like to cover in this vlog. And today's topic is going to be how to deal with low attendance if you're performing and you don't have that many people in the audience. And that may happen, especially if you do a fringe, like the Avignon off or the Edinburgh fringe. And just reminding you that I'm gonna vlog from mid-May until the end of August because I'm gonna be in both fringes performing. So, and I like to share, some ideas with you, especially if you intend to participate in this or other fringes out there. And there is a secret on how to deal with that. Lots of people feel nervous about the fact, oh my God, I need to, sorry, cut that one. I cut it, I got confused for a second. And no, as I was saying, lots of people get nervous if they have to perform with, 2 or 3 members in the audience. And that may happen, like I said, if you do one of these fringes. And But there are techniques on how to deal with that, because at the end of the day, the audience will not judge you. They paid a ticket, and it really is about you. I mean, you're the person who maybe is nervous, and you have this inner conversation. Oh my God, this is not gonna work, but the audience doesn't care. They're actually there to have a good time, and they may actually feel nervous for you. I mean, they may feel bad about you, but I can assure you, whenever you go see a show, you just go in there as a member of the audience to enjoy yourself. So don't worry about it. And there are techniques on how to overcome that, that kind of fear. In my personal case, I never cancel a show, no matter how many people were in the audience. I performed with 1 person in the audience, 2 people in the audience, 3 people, 5. And I just never cancel a show. I canceled a show only twice in my life. The first time was because my father had died the day before, so and the second time was because I broke a tooth. But like when I say broke a tooth, I had my nerve exposed, so you can imagine, it's just like impossible to act. But apart from that, I just never cancel a show. And there are a number of reasons. Number one, you just never know who's going to be in the audience. You just don't know that. And I have memory of 2 events where I performed in front of a low audience numbers, but the people that were there were important people. Actually, in one of those cases, I ended up performing in the Indian Ocean, doing 4 dates. So yeah, you just never know who's going to be there. And so getting nervous because you just don't have that many people in the audience it's a wrong way to approach this. The second thing, no matter how many people come to see your show, I think you should be grateful, especially if they pay a ticket. So yeah, I mean, they're coming for you. They're dedicating their time for you. So I think that's something you should respect. I remember once it was in Turin, my hometown, the Turin Fringe Festival, and I went to see a show, and the person at the door told me the artist was going to cancel the show because there weren't too many people. I think we were 2 or something like that. So I asked, it was a girl, so I asked this girl, well, can I speak with the artist for a second? And she said, yes. And he came, and I told him, listen, we're here for you. and I think you should perform. You should do the show because we really are here for you. I mean, I traveled. I'm here. I dedicated my time, to you. And why don't you do the show? Don't worry about it. So, and eventually the guy actually performed. It was okay. It wasn't a great show, but still, I enjoy myself. And I think he was also grateful to me in a certain way because I kind of pushed him to actually do that. So you just never know who's going to be there. Don't do that. Don't cancel shows. It's a big mistake. All right. Now, how do you overcome that fear? Well, first of all, realize that the problem lies within yourself and not in the audience. They absolutely don't care. I mean, they have to have a good time. Now, if your show, it's a kind of show which is devised as yeah, I was going to say something, but it's wrong. I mean, no matter what kind of show it is, just perform, okay? I'm sorry. I just take that back. So, yeah, but if you feel uncomfortable, one technique you can use is just to, as you begin the show, just be aware of the problem and confess how you feel to the audience and then start the show. I'll give an example. My father told me, he's not here any longer, unfortunately. Like I said, when he died, I had to cancel the show I was supposed to do. But he told me this story about this great Italian actor. His name is Albertazzi, okay? Which is like great Italian icon of theater. And he went to see this show in this theater, which is the Carignano Theater in Turin. It's a venue with 827 seats. And the show was the memories... Sorry, I'm trying to remember the show. Yeah, the memories of Emperor Adrian or something like that. And anyway, it was a show about Emperor Adrian. And that evening, only 12 people showed up. Now, you got to imagine, 800-seat theater and only 12 people showing up. I mean, that's very low attendance. And this guy, Albertazzi, was a star. Like, it was like a celebrity. Now, a lot of people probably would have canceled the show, especially if they were celebrities. And Albertazzi just said, the guy at the time was like in his 80s or something. I think he died when he was in early 90s, but still acting, in his 80s. And my father just told me the story that before the show, George Albertazzi, I think is his name, he came out, he spoke to the audience and he said, I know you're feeling bad and you feel uncomfortable because we're not that many people, which is great. I mean, he was addressing the problem of the audience, not his problem. And he said, but let us imagine for a second, we're just a group of friends and we are reunited in my living room. And I'm acting for you. I'm just going to give you the privilege of showing how I act for you. And I'm also so grateful that you came that I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. So that's what he said. Now, that created an immediate bond with the audience. I mean, a moment of intimacy. It just revealed the fact that, he just acknowledged the fact that not too many people were there. And it created a situation where, as my father told me, everybody really enjoyed the play. And they felt important. I mean, this guy was a celebrity and he was doing that just for them. So I think it's a great way to overcome this problem. And out of the memory of what my father actually did tell me in the past, we're speaking about more than 20 years ago, I don't know, 25 years ago or something like that. I just use the same technique. So, for example, I found myself in the past in a situation where there were two people in the audience. So what I did, I just offered them some wine. I just, there was a bar in this venue. I just took a bottle of wine and I just repeated the same line. I just said, I'm so grateful you're here. I know we're not that many people, but just imagine for a second that I'm doing, we're just a group of friends having a good time. And I just going to do this for you. And I really, I really enjoy the fact that you came and I'm really grateful about that and so on and so forth. So yeah, that's a good approach on how to deal with low audience attendance. Probably as I'm talking, there's an exception to that. And that is when your show actually requires some kind of audience interaction. And my reply to that is get rid of the audience interaction. You don't need it. You just don't need it. Just get rid of that. I'm really anti-audience interaction. I mean, the fact that you getting somebody to come on the stage with you and perform. They're not performers, and you just put them at the center of attention and so on. It just doesn't work. It's not something that appeals to me. Now, this is very subjective, as I said. I'm doing a solo show this year, which is a physical comedy show, but
引动两头这个家的神回忆起 Hear the melodies that the dynasties raise ways Bridging east and west We're breaking through All then twist on a tradition that grew
one of the tenets I really set to myself since 2012 really was never have somebody on this stage with you as you're performing. The audience is down there, I'm here, this is a stage, this is a sacred space for me, and they're over there, and they're paying a ticket, but I don't want to ridicule them or anything like that. I'm saying 2012 because in 2012 I actually did a solo show, which I took to Edinburgh, and there was some audience interaction. I actually made that mistake myself. It's a learning by doing kind of process theater, and so, but I had a low audience attendance, and so I just got rid of that interaction. I'm doing the same show. I actually did it this year, and it's much better without the audience interaction. So yeah, that's an easy way out. All right, so I hope that was useful. And in any case, here's the Bay of Thessaloniki. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? All right. And enjoy life. Ciao.